the Redskins trade pickup. So we're going to take our first look here at 2019 Contenders draft picks football. There are 6 autographs per box on average. We are doing this 149 ripped and shipped. Cole, pick me a number from 1 to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Honors moved a couple more spots today. So let's see if we can't get that Honors break going for Friday night breaks. All right, I will be pumped and ready for that. So Ravens will be 175, the Broncos 135, Lions are 100, Dolphins are 85, Saints are 115, Eagles are 90, the Chargers 130, the Seahawks 65. Rams are 100, Redskins are 60, Falcons are 90, Panthers 85, the Bears are 100, the Packers 120, the Jags are 40, Giants 275, Raiders are 65, and the Titans are 70. We need 8 more teams in order to make Honors official. So again, we have here Contenders draft 149 a box. If somebody wanted to do it by the pack, I guess we could do what? Let's see. Like $29 for a pack. So we got Josh Jacobs, Calvin Harmon, and Ryan Finley. I would just need at least 4 of the pack sold out of a box in order to do it by the pack. Rooney Anderson. And Roll Tide. Julio Jones and Calvin Ridley. Season ticket card of Amari Cooper, Marcus Allen, Christian Kirk, Patrick Mahomes, Earl Campbell, Terry Bradshaw. I don't know. What do you guys think of the design this year? I like the ticket look, but I see pros and cons versus last year's design. I think last year's design was a little more boring, but a little more clean. This, I feel, maybe looks a little too much like a ticket stub. Travis Kelce, Bo Jackson. We got Noah Fant. Usually I'm big on Panini's designs, but Antoine Wesley. College ticket is going to be the first autograph we pull out of this. If anybody sees any of the first rounders, feel free to point them out to me. Obviously, I know some of them, but... Oh, this is nice. All right, we got a nice low-numbered one here. And let me take a look here. I don't know if he was picked or not. No, it doesn't look like he's been picked yet. But we have a nice low-numbered one coming up. So Clayton Thorson. Damian Harris and Irv Smith Jr. There's Damian Harris, Dorsett and Marino. All right, Scantling, Prescott, Lindsey, Elliott, Brady, Rosen, David Johnson. No, that box didn't cost $225 to ship. I hope it didn't. Hold on, now you're freaking me out. Like, did I overpay or something? It shouldn't have been that much. So we got, who else? J.J. Watt. A.J. Green. Brett Favre. Nick Chubb. Hakeem Butler. And numbered 8 out of 18. Kelvin Harmon. Playoff ticket. 8 out of 18. That's a good low numbered hit right there. I might have to look it up later. I think I'm using too much of the computer strength right now. Pack number 3. That's not a bad one right there. DK Metcalf. Again, not all the superstars come out of the first round. We know that. Haskins and Paris Campbell. So we'll give that a little 1 cent love. This is a lot more effort than most players put into it. I think that's just what the transaction was that I used to that's working. Hold on a second. That was just a transaction payment that was associated with what I used for the tracking number. But my page is all locked up. Let me see. I mean, it wasn't cheap. I know that. All right, it's working now, so I'm just going to get it pulled up real quick. Now, that was what that last transaction was, but it cost $65 to ship that. It was $65.40. You're scaring me for a minute there. We got Drew Lock, Billy Cannon, and Leonard Fournette. And it's all about that base. About that base. Got Deebo Samuel and Zach Gentry. Zach Gentry out of Michigan, right? Yeah, Michigan. This is an old timer? Oh yeah. This is, oh, look at this. All right, this is just a parallel, but this is cool. So we got season ticket mosaic parallel, 5 out of 10. 5/10, Barry Sanders. Got Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Marcus Dupree, and Adrian Peterson. Let's see here. I feel like the foil lettering is too small. Camera's not really focusing well on it. We got Myles Gaskin and Terry Baker. So he played for Oregon. Looks like he graduated in 1962, earning the Heisman Trophy that year. So Terry Baker. It was a little over $65 to ship that. A little bit. So we got Devin Singletary, David Montgomery and Hakeem Butler, Ryan Finley, Archie and Eli Manning. Ole Miss. Juju, Barry, Melvin Gordon, Leonard, Wilkins, Brown, Ray Lewis, Herschel Walker, Traquan Smith, Julio Jones, Big Ben, Michael Gallup, Irv Smith Jr., and then Easton Stick, which you would expect to swing at a baseball game, right? An Easton Stick. But he's a quarterback, apparently, for North Dakota State. So Easton Stick, the next hit. Hey, Joseph, what's going on? Got another one that's not. I might have to open a box myself. Please stop me. Darrell Henderson. We got Drew Lock and Emmanuel Hall. N'Keal Harry. Peyton Manning, Jason Witten. LaJordan Humphrey. And then Jermaine Pratt, numbered 11/18. Another playoff ticket. 149 ripped and shipped for Contenders draft. 149 for Contenders draft. 6 autographs per box. We just pulled 2 numbered to 18 out of the same box. Giants still don't know how to draft. I think they're getting closer. I think they had the right positions, just not the right people. So thank you, Cole. Again, recapping it, we have Easton Stick, Terry Baker. This is Barry Sanders, 5/10. Zach Gentry. Antoine Wesley. And then 2 playoff tickets numbered to 15, Jermaine Pratt and Kelvin Harmon. Take a quick look here. So did Jermaine Pratt make it into the first round? Nope. N'Keal Harry just made it at the end by the Patriots. That looks to be a pretty good idea for them to do. As long as Brady can throw it to a wide receiver and make good with it. Yeah, it just all boils down to last year. It wasn't the right pick for them to draft Saquon Barkley. Don't get me wrong, super talented, love him. He's going to be a stud. By the time the Giants get their stuff in gear, he's going to be past his prime. You always draft the running back last in a rebuild. Why? Because he's going to last the shortest amount of time on your team. Even if he's still good, you're not going to want to pay him good money. Not for as often as you use them. And when you do pay them good money, they usually don't return for you. There's a few exceptions, but think about it. How'd Chris Johnson work out for the Titans in the end? All right. Adrian Peterson, mixed. He's probably one of the better 30 and over rushers like ever. All right. Send a message? Yeah. All right, so we got another personals of contenders coming up now. So just let me know when you're ready. Again, Contenders football. Contenders draft is in his house. I got 5 boxes left. We also got Leaf, Metal, All-American. These are all the top high school kids in the country, many of which could see draft action come July. Get them first. We have the regular perfect game cards, and now we have the metal ones in. I don't have any Ed Oliver at the moment, but I don't know. I might open a box of something tonight. I did all right last night. I guess I can try another one, right? So as of right now, I don't have anything Ed Oliver. All right, so I got 5 of these in my hands right now. Pick me a number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Yeah, I think Haskins had some risk to him, but I think he was the best quarterback on the board. I'm not a fan of the way Kyler Murray handled himself after getting drafted in baseball. I question his overall commitment the way that happened. I do. And maybe I'm being foolish for that, but the way he handled that, I don't think that's going to be a good indication of the kind of person that you're dealing with. You need a guy who's going to be a leader, a locker room person, and a guy who let a whole organization down once probably will have no problem doing it again. All right, Rodney, here we go. Benny Snell Jr. We got Bryce Love and Arcega Whiteside. There's Kyler Murray, who we're just talking about right now. His ears must have been ringing. Haskins, I think, would have been a better choice for the Giants if they were going to go at 6. If they really wanted Jones, he would have been available at 17, and they could have picked Josh Allen, who really could have helped that defense out. But again, Giants, just doesn't matter who it is, I guess. They just can't draft. We got Clayton Thorson and Jonathan Abram out of Michigan State. Mississippi State. I'm sorry, can't read. Jonathan Abram, going to be the first hit out of this box. So, again, there's still question marks about Haskins. There's always going to be question marks when you got draft picks, but the mobility. Jones is a quarterback who takes time to release the ball. I was reading, I guess he has a habit of patting the ball before he lets go of it. That's going to be exploited real quick. Sorry, Daniel Jones. Especially on that team. And he's got like an average arm. He's not going to be good on the deep ball. A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, David Montgomery. Got Archie and Eli again. Already seen repeats on the inserts. And how about we jazz things up a little bit? We got Jazz Ferguson. Jazz Ferguson, wide receiver. So the Giants need somebody who can, good pocket presence is great, but that offensive line is not going to give him enough time. He is going to get eaten alive. Eaten alive if he plays this year. If they wait a couple of years and they build around him, fine, but then that means 2 more freaking years of Eli Manning. Don't want to do that. Hakeem Butler. We got Paul Hornung and Tim Brown. Marquise Brown. Marcus Dupree and Adrian Peterson. All about that base. About that base. Got Devin Singletary. And then there's Marquise Brown again. 19 out of 25. Marquise Brown. 19 out of 25, which is ironic because that is where he was drafted. This is a big hit here, and it's on card. ESPN had him ranked first at his position of wide receiver, 11th overall, graded him a 90. He's got good presence off the line and is extremely fast. So the only knocks on him really are his height, but going to the Ravens at number 25. This is a good one. I like this. Contenders is sometimes a little condition sensitive. It looks pretty well centered. I would say only one corner is a little bit off. I think this could gem. This one might be a grader. So again, bull ticket number to 25, Marquise Brown. Nice hit there. Will we get two parallel autos in the same box like the first one? Let's see. So we got Irv Smith Jr., Gary Jennings, and Will Greer. And we're not going to give a little 1 cent love for Bryce Love, but he's still cool. Marshall Faulk and Rashad ain't getting a penny sleeve either. Golden Tate, Tony Dorsett, Juju, Barry, Melvin Gordon, Darius Leonard, Fournette, Newton, Naheem Hines, Tyreek Hill. I listened to the tape. My opinion, it felt like the fiance or whatever she is, baby mama, was trying to trap him into saying something. And I don't think he ever said what they were looking for her to say, have him say. I have a feeling they're both garbage. I don't know. I think we're gonna see some more details come out on that eventually. I think it's only gonna start looking worse after a while. It's gonna get ugly. Darrell Henderson and Emmanuel Hall. So, who actually broke the kid's arm? We may never figure out for sure, but there was trouble in paradise, and both of them knew it, and that's on both their responsibilities. I'm not so thrilled with the Giant. The best thing the Giants did, I think, was grab that number 30 pick. I don't know what they gave up for it because it hadn't shown up yet on what I was using to follow the draft with. So if they, excuse me, so if they gave up something they needed, or that could have helped them out, then I don't know. But it looks like they got a very solid cornerback at number 30. A.J. Brown, Jordan Ta'amu. We got Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer Schmidt, Peyton and Witten, Josh Allen. Last year's Josh Allen. Old news, right? No, definitely not old news. Especially that one we hit the other night. That was big news. But the defensive player, Josh Allen, got drafted 7th overall, right after the Giants passed him up. I think that might be what bites them in the butt in the long run. Johnny Dixon. I think if they drafted Allen at number 6, they still end up with Jones at 17. So right there, they fumbled away positioning on players. And I guess the second guy they picked up isn't bad. I just think they could have done better sooner. I think at that point they did the best scenario going after what the heck's his name? Is it Harrison? I forget what the hell his name was. But based on doing a quick read up after they made the pick, I think he'll fit the team. But like I said, I think that pick should have been Jones if that's who they really wanted to get. Or they could have gone Haskins at 6 and still gotten that same guy. Redskins probably would have drafted Jones at 15 if Haskins was gone. If Haskins was still on the board, Jones is still there. Yeah, I like the cornerback deal. Tommy Sweeney. I think they're going to get mixed reviews on their draft from the experts too. We'll find that out tomorrow when everybody's looking at hindsight and all these guys feel like they know better. So, going for another one? Might as well. You got the best wide receiver on the board. Hasn't come through yet. Hold on a second. Do you want to double check that went through? Okay. Jones has a big head. I'm gonna admit, I am not a fan of Duke. I am. It's because of when I grew up, college basketball, hated Christian Laettner. I'm just not a fan of anything that comes out of Duke. So that right there doesn't make me excited, even though they got a winning tradition. Okay, it came over. Thanks. So let's do this. 1 to 4. Pick me a number. 1 to 4. Again, Contenders draft 149 for a box. I have a feeling these could surge to as high as 175. Market value on these boxes. Just a hunch. Number 3, just because it is draft time. All right, let's see what's in this one. I think we're doing pretty good so far. I don't really know anything about the ones from the first box, but they were both numbered out of 18, and that's always a plus right there. If one of them ends up being a second or a third rounder, that's going to be a really nice box. And then in the second box, We already know we got the top-ranked wide receiver that was on the board for this year. So now, let's see if we can pull something big. Anthony Johnson. Bobby Bowden and Deion Sanders. N'Keal Harry, who was the final pick of the day by the Patriots at 32. Barry and Thurman. That's awesome. All about that base. About that base. David Montgomery. And we got Jalen Moore. Going to be the next autograph. Jalen Moore. Next. Jarrett Stidham. That's how you say it. Earl Campbell and Ricka Williams. Rodney Anderson. Emmett and Tebow. Nick Mullins getting some RESPECT. Yeah, man, Nick Mullins getting some cardboard. I don't think he's going to be getting some playing time, though. Garoppolo's ready at the beginning of the season. Trade bait. So we got Caleb Wilson out of UCLA. Caleb Wilson. Hit number 2 in this box. Okay, who's ready for a little ice baby? Our first cracked ice. This one's going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way. It's not a great player. It's not a great player. That's all I'm going to say right now. Benny Snell Jr. We got Damian Harris and Josh Jacobs, Drew Lock. It's not a great player. Why would he say that? Why would he put such a downer on it, saying it's not a great player? Clayton Thurston. 14 out of 23 because it's a great coach. Bobby Bowden. Bobby Bowden. Florida State. "14 straight years led his team to double-digit wins." Not a great player, but a legendary coach. And I'll forgive being totally off the sticker because he's an older gentleman. I think he still hit it better than some of the newer guys. Bobby Bowden, cracked ice. So what do you think? Reaction? Yay, nay? Curious to see what that'll go for. Probably more than one would think, I would think. All right. Hakeem Butler. We got Damian Harris and Irv Smith, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Bo and Cam. And it's all about that base, about that base, about that base. No treble. Didn't get like the happy emojis and all that stuff. Y'all awake out there? Devin Singletary. And 45 out of 99, Zach Allen, bull ticket. 45 out of 99. And not Josh Allen. Probably no relation whatsoever. But Zach Allen. Not yet drafted. Could we have another parallel? There couldn't possibly be 3 parallel autos in a box. No, no, no. No, there couldn't be. I don't know. I might have to open one of these for myself now. Let's take a quick look here. Not somebody who was drafted yet. I'm in the process of working on it as we speak. I just took a little break to do a break. But I'm actually working on the next baseball break as we speak. I was hoping to have it done by tonight, but because I'm using multiple products and I'm doing a pick your team, a little more labor intensive. Usually I'll spend a good 30 to 40 minutes on a checklist, on a new checklist for a break. So this one I'm trying to maybe do a little too much. I don't know. I mean, it's only the most amount of hits ever, so for us. 10 out of 25, bull ticket on card, Rodney Anderson. Rodney Anderson. That is 3 numbered autos in a row. Don't worry, there won't be a 4th. So we got LeJordan Humphrey, Drew Lock, and Emmanuel Hall. There's Haskins right there. We'll give him a little 1-cent love. Draft class 2019. Charles Woodson and Tom Brady. And all about that base. Josh Jacobs. And Myles Gaskin is going to be the final autograph out of this box. Think we did pretty well with this. Let's do a little hit recap. So we had Myles Gaskin, Caleb Wilson, Jalen Moore, Tommy Sweeney. Thank you, Rodney. Appreciate it. Johnny Dixon, Emmanuel Hall, Jazz Ferguson, Jonathan Abram. Oh, he's going to be a lazy one. Doesn't that look like Jamon Moore's signature almost, except for there's actually 2 letters instead of 1? And then we got 19 out of 25, Marquise Brown. That's a nice one. 10 out of 25, Rodney Anderson. 45 out of 99, Zach Allen. And 14 out of 23, Bobby Bowden. Cracked ice. So do we got anybody else who wants to grab one? I got a sealed case, and these 3 stragglers still left. $149 a box, ripped and shipped. Anyone looking to play? I'm very tempted to open something. It's not good. It's draft day. Been holding out on opening one of those Bowman boxes for my birthday like I usually do. Although I usually open a jumbo, but I'm all out of jumbos. And I ain't paying 3 something to bring more in. So, do we have anybody who wants to take a crack at Contenders Draft? So, I don't know anybody who needs the Bowden. That's the thing. It's a tempting offer. I just can't think off the top of my head of who would be looking for it. And I'm not doing any shows until the National, so it's kind of like I'm not getting around and moving any cards lately. I'll tell you what, somebody pick me a number, 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. So I got number 2. Anybody think this is the lucky box? Somebody thinks this is the lucky box. Steal it from me. I'll give you 30 seconds. Contenders Draft. We haven't seen Kyler Murray yet. We haven't seen Haskins yet. We've seen a lot of parallel autos, so this case seems like it's pretty loaded with those. Could this be the one that has a 1 of 1? Well, we're about to find out in about 12 seconds. Do 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 do. Bowden and Brown. I don't even know what they're going for. That might be a bit of an overpay. Then again, I don't know what Marquise Brown autos are going for. Let me see. Oh, I guess not. The Prism didn't go for that much. It went for about 50. Actually, the Sage went more than the Prism. That surprises me. That must have been a best offer, though. Yeah, it was a best offer. That doesn't surprise me then. I'll tell you what. I'll think about it after I open this box. How's that sound? Hey, the Lions do a good job of picking tight ends. They just didn't stick with Ebron long enough. I do have Diamond Kings boxes available. Yes, I do. I have regular and I have first off the line ones. Of course, those are like double what a regular is, but you know you're getting numbered to 10 on both of those. Ebron 2.0 wouldn't be bad if they kept him before he got good. All right, so I'll take that into consideration. If I get a big hit, I'll do it. How's that sound? Because then I'll have a few decent cards out of this year's draft class. All right, here we go. This one's my box. Again, 149 for a box. Well, I don't know who the hell that is. So we got Ryan Finley, Billy Cannon and Fournette, N'Keal Harry, Billy Cannon and Fournette again. Legacy and connections, like maybe don't repeat the same guys. I don't know. That just makes sense to me. We got N'Keal Harry and Preston Williams, who I have to admit, he's got a happy autograph. What? What is? Oh boy. These guys can't write their damn name, but they can put an emoji in their autograph. For real? All right, take two. All right, well, I got a parallel here. That's okay. It might. I hope that's not how he plays. Got a cracked ice, JJ and TJ Watt. A little ice, baby. Could that be a sign of things to come later in the box? I hope so. I'd like a little ice. So we got Rodney Anderson and Penny Hart. Penny Hart. Yeah, I don't know why the 25s didn't sell well, because those are usually cool looking in Prism. All right, I got my first numbered one. I don't think this was a first rounder, though, was he? Yeah, it was somebody else with the same last name. Okay. Two guys with the same last name. But it wasn't this guy. I thought I remembered somebody with that name. So Arcega Whiteside, Drew Lock again. And then we got 59 out of 99, James Williams. James Williams. I did listen to the Hill stuff. In my opinion, it doesn't necessarily incriminate Hill any more than what people already think. It almost looks like the fiance was trying to make him say he did it. And if they're having a casual conversation and he doesn't realize that he's taped and he doesn't say that he did it, it makes me feel like she was trying to force that answer out of him. But based on the things that you did here, you kind of feel like both of them kind of suck at being parents. So I don't know. I don't have there's Kyler Murray. Oh boy, game day ticket. I don't think it's enough to get him kicked out of the league or anything, but I have the feeling that this will lead to more stuff coming out. And I don't think it'll be pretty. Well, I got a Marquise Brown of my own, I guess. And there is Kadri Ollison from Pitt. Oh, yeah, Easton Stick went for that much? Was he drafted in the first round? Maybe he just wasn't in any other product. I don't know. Got Bryce Love, Jennings and Greer, Damian Harris, Peyton and Witten. I am having a pretty big bust of a box. I took one for the team. Will Greer, and then Byron Murphy. Maybe it'll be this last card that's a big one, right? A.J. Brown, Ryan Finley, now this next one's going to be a painful sticker auto. Damian Harris, Justice Hill, Justice Hill. School colors, which I'd rather have a ticket auto. So that's what I ended up with. Oh, so I got the worst brother? Is that what happened? Let's see. Try and look at all the Marquise Browns autos. Problem is they're all biennials. They're all best offers, I mean. Trying to find a legit. Okay, that one. So Rodney. Oh, I know these always. Bobby Bowden won't go down. I know sometimes the demand for these kind of trail off. If no one else ends up buying a box tonight, Rodney, I'll do the trade if you want. Marquise Brown and Bobby Bowden. It's a bull ticket. It's not a cracked ice. I know the cracked ice will have more demand. Sometimes the cracked ice to 23 does better than the super short prints to 15. But it's on card. It's not smudgy. I mean, Bowden's ungradable because that autograph on the sticker is a shit show. But if I have one of these two boxes still available, then I'll do it. So I have two left. All right, I have a whole other sealed case. I got to figure out what to do with that. But for this round of personals, I got two left right now. 149 a box. $149 a box. Contenders draft. Justice Hill didn't get drafted in the first round, right? I think he's like a third round projection. All right, Chad's gonna take one. Let me know when that's put through, and then you'll get to pick one or two. If he pulls a Kyler, you're out. What about a Haskins? So just let me know when you're back, and then we'll pick one. 149 for a box. Contenders draft. And Chad, it is okay if you pull a Haskins. No one will have a problem with that. No, he's the Giants guy. He's not my guy. I wouldn't have picked him at 6. He's just going to remind me of how stupid the Giants are when it comes to drafting. So dumb. Giants are just so frustrating the last few years. I'd have been okay with that at pick number 17 if that's who they believe the guy they needed at quarterback is. I'm not sold on him by any means. And I think they reached. If Haskins wasn't taken at 6, Redskins still draft Haskins. I don't think anybody gave a ripping shart about Jones before 17. Wouldn't it be nice if you could draft a good head coach and pay him a rookie salary? How about Bill Cowher? I heard he doesn't have a job coaching. So, box number 1 or 2, top or bottom? Uno or dos? Again, it is draft night, and we're ripping some Contenders draft. Why in the hell not? Excuse me. Number 2. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I think it depends on the college coach. Some college coaches have some good pedigrees. Know what I'm saying? Guess what? We got a Kyler Murray insert card. Still safe. Maybe we'll pull an auto later, though. Kyler Murray gets a little 1 cent love. There's Dwayne Haskins. Maybe he will get plucked. We'll give him a little 1 cent love, too. Got Kelvin Harmon and Ryan Finley. Harmon. And it's all about that base, Again, 149 for a box of Contenders draft. We usually move pretty quickly through these. Marquise Brown and Stanley Morgan Jr. So I guess that's better than Morgan Stanley, right? Oh, wait, isn't that who I use for my 401k? Uh-oh. That I haven't put anything into in the last 7 years. All right, we got a bull ticket coming out here. So Bryce, not getting any 1 cent love. Joey and Nick Boza, Travion Williams, Eli and Archie. And we are doing personals of Contenders draft. What do I am out of Bowman Jumbos. I got Bowman Hobby. Bowman Hobby at 149 a box, ripped and shipped. Got Will Greer and then Chad, your first numbered parallel auto. Maybe you'll see more. We saw up to 3 in one box. Josh Oliver. So Josh Oliver, numbered to 99. Third pack. A.J. Brown. Got Marquise Brown and Roddy Anderson. Daniel Jones. Yeah, wrong Oliver. I was looking. I was like, wasn't it Ed? It was Ed Oliver. We got Damian Harris and Nasir Adderley. Nasir Adderley. Next it out. I don't know if I've ever seen a Delaware Blue Hen autograph before. Numbered 85 out of 99. Crybaby Bowl ticket. Antonio Brown. 85 out of 99. No spoilers on Avengers. Baker Mayfield and Lincoln Riley. DK Metcalf. Which pick did the Rams have? Were they the 30 pick that the Giants took? Or were they a little higher up? Ryan Finley and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, who for no apparent reason made his J so long it went all the way to the edge of the sticker. Somebody, oh, it was 31, okay. Somebody's got to teach these kids how to autograph. All right, we got an on card. This one might be short printed. I didn't look over the checklist enough, but I know certain guys have the variations. I haven't really even been paying attention to that, but I feel like this one might be a short print. I could be completely wrong, so don't take it for that. It's just my instincts telling me this. So we got a horizontal view here. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And then Rodney Anderson. So J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Card looks nice on the front. On the back, a little bit of whiting on that corner there. And the edge. That's a little more of what's common with Contenders. So yeah, we got draft boxes for Contenders. We got Bowman boxes. We got the newest line of football jerseys from TriStar in. Drew Lock. A.J. Brown and Jordan Ta'amu. Josh Jacobs. There's another Arcega Whiteside. And then Mike Weber from Ohio State. The final auto out of that box. Mike Weber. So just to recap for you, Chad, Mike Weber. Again, I got a suspicion this Arcega Whiteside is a nice one. Let me see if I can tell by eBay. There is two different pictures. I just don't know which one's a short print. Looks like the 101 of this version's already out. That's pretty cool. So I don't know which one's the better version, but it looks like there is 3 different variations at least. I just don't know which one's what. We got Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, Nasir Adderley, Stanley Morgan Jr., and Josh Oliver, numbered to 99. So thank you, Chad. And Patrick, gonna grab that Contenders. Let me know when you're ready. Now, the good news is I still have 12 more of these, and I wasn't planning on doing a case break. So if anybody else does want to continue, we have more. But this is the last one I have floating around right now. I'd have to pop open a new case. 149, yes. Well, if people start us off on a new case, Rodney, I'll still consider it. I don't know if I want to break the seal just yet. I might. We'll see. Often it takes a few days of Contenders being out before real market values sink in on these. Because usually you want to see the whole draft and how that is going to make your whole team look. Again, as a Giants fan, day one, I'm a little peeved. Although they saved it a little bit at the end, trading up and getting 30. But I don't know what they gave up for it. So right now it looks like a great move, and then I'll read some more. Maybe I'll be pissed at that too. Who knows? We'll find out. So we got honors football. Trying to fill up honors. A lot of good teams still left. Let's see if we can't get that a little closer. All right, Patrick, here we go. Contenders. For Patrick Marnie. All right, we're going to start you off with a parallel here of Cam Newton, numbered 40 out of 99. All right, that's how we'll start you off. And a little bit of Bryce Love. Got Benny Snell, Jr. And then 55 out of 99, Juan Thornhill. 55 out of 99, Juan Thornhill. I think you're going to like this one. I think this is going to be a guy who's going to carry some decent value. Clayton Thorson. Will Greer. It's usually, it's kind of like the opposite of like, normal sets. Where when you're not getting a sticker auto, it should be somebody good. Got Hakeem Butler. And numbered 7 out of 25. Bull ticket, DK Metcalf. 7 out of 25. DK Metcalf. So that was the second hit. That's the best hit, though, so far. Irv Smith Jr., Devin Singletary, A.J. Brown, and Andy Isabella. Andy Isabella. Fourth pack. Again, we have 12 boxes left of Contenders draft. If anybody's interested in us getting the next case popped open, let me know. We got more. Travion Williams, Paris Campbell, Daniel Jones, and we got Dillon Mitchell out of Oregon. Ducks. Dillon Mitchell. Well, there's Kyler Murray insert. We'll give that a 1 cent low. Why not? He went #1 overall. Ironically, his card is also #1 in the set. Was that a prediction or a spoiler? So, good night, Adam. David Montgomery. And Greg Dortch. Greg Dortch. Dortch? Dortch. And last but certainly not least, well, maybe least, I don't really know. I don't think it's least. Small sample size for me, though. Drew Sample. Drew Sample. So thank you, Patrick. And again, recapping the hits. We had Juan Thornhill out of 99. Drew Sample. Greg Dortch. Dillon Mitchell. Andy Isabella. And then DK Metcalf, numbered to 25. I feel like it's unfair that we open up all this Contenders and we don't open up any Prism Draft. Anyone interested in Prism Draft? If we open up the case of Contenders, I'll probably do that trade with Rodney too. So I'm sure he's hoping that we open up that case maybe. So what do you think? Anybody want to open up a Prism or a Contenders? Tell you what, I got some Prism sitting over here. And I haven't opened any of this yet either for myself. It's not really for myself, because I'm just going to sell it whenever it comes out. But I got them over here too. So we'll give this one more opportunity to happen. Price on Prism. Let's take a look-see. So 119 ripped and shipped. 119 ripped and shipped on Prism. Again, we got Contenders at 149. We got Prism at 119. Ripped and shipped. So anybody looking to do either one of those, it's draft night. I want to see some more first round picks come out. It's still early, right? It's only 1:30 in the morning. I think I'm going to finish pricing those breaks tomorrow. I think that's what's going to happen. How many hits in Prism? 5 autos. 5 autos. Less cards, more shiny. So, less cards, more shiny. I like shiny. It's like when you put like one of those laser pens next to a cat. You gotta chase the shiny stuff. You will take a Prism. Awesome. Let me know when you're back. So we're going to see a box of Prism draft now. Again, Prism, 119 ripped and shipped. Contenders, 149 ripped and shipped. The Bowden's cool and all. I gotta admit, the Marquise Brown is actually the more intriguing part of the trade for me. Bowden's not going to have really much fluctuation in value. But I could hang on to Marquise Brown, get it graded in Chicago, and then when the season starts, he looks good. And, you know, there's just, Brown would be a more fun card. Okay, still thinking about it. If we break open the seal on that case tonight, I'll tell you what, I'll definitely do it. If we break open the case tonight, I'll definitely do it. So we still got time to figure that out. Again, we are live on draft night, ripping open some draft football. It's just a natural fit. And we're about to take a look at Prism again. We open up a few boxes of that on release day. So, Chad, 1, 2, or 3. Uno, dos, or tres. 1, 2, or 3. Draft the best box possible of draft. Numero dos. There you go. How'd you know it's 70 inches? Oh, your TV. Okay. J.J. Watt. Tim Tebow. Oh, now you know I'm lying. Aaron Rodgers. Eric Dickerson. Not numbered. I'll give that one 1 cent left though. And first auto out, Keelan Doss. Keelan Doss. David Montgomery, Mahomes, and Staubach. Well, I think this is the last box of Prism we're going to open tonight. Anthony Miller. Unless you're going to be chasing for that twinning effect. Troy Aikman. Phillip Rivers. Marcus Allen. Lamar Jackson, who's got a new toy to throw to. About Paris Campbell. How about the #1 overall pick in the 2019 NFL Draft? Kyler Murray. Not too bad there. Now I see some attention and liveliness. That's what I want to see. Boomer Sooner. So, Kyler Murray, Prism Auto. Hit of the night. It's not numbered. Could be some competition there. Maybe we'll pull 2 in the same box. I doubt that. All right, so we got Dan the Man, Barry Sanders, Sparty, Emmitt Smith, Carson Wentz, the Nittany Lion, we got Cam Newton, 22 out of 75, and then DeAndre Baker. DeAndre Baker is next. You know what matches this nicely? How about a base rookie too? Why not? Kyler Murray, the University of Oklahoma. We got Ridley, Deshaun, the Duck. What the Duck? Peyton Manning, Baker Mayfield, Deshaun Watson. 2 out of 75. We didn't get a jersey number of his like last night. And then Trayvon Mullen. Last pack mojo. Let's see. Yeah, those base rookies, I put in a top loader for a reason. I figured that was probably a $15 to $25 card, so. We got Hakeem Butler. Not numbered. Drew Brees, Joe Namath, Albert, Deshaun Watson, DeAndre Hopkins, Sony Michel, and Nick Brosette. Bro. Is he the original bro? Nick Brosette from LSU. So who thinks we can pull another Kyler Murray tonight? We going to open up that other case of Contenders? Got Nick Brissett, Trayvon Mullen, DeAndre Baker, Keelan Doss. You know, this is the first box that we opened that we didn't get a parallel auto. Kyler Murray rookie card. Oh, wow. They really cleaned out. So they really want to stick with the same team. Ugh. I think they gave a little too much for that pick. And Kyler Murray. Had a lot of decent hits tonight. Do we want it to end this early? It's only 1:30. Where I'm at. Chad's like still kicking back watching the 10 o'clock news. So, again, we have Prism Draft at 119, Contenders Draft at 149, and Leaf Metal Draft at 95. So we got 3 draft options here, 3 of them. Contenders Draft, Prism Draft, Leaf Metal Draft. Oklahoma, where the wind blows. Do you mean this Oklahoma? That Oklahoma. Like the University of Oklahoma, Oklahoma. So again, all 3 2019 football major releases. I don't count Sage as a major release, sorry. But all 3 major releases are in stock right now. 95, 119, or 149 for Contenders Draft. Do we have any more brave souls tonight? Hook 'em horns. That's something a Texan would say. So we are trying to push honors football through. Teams are scrolling at the bottom of your screen. All right. 5 boxes of honors, 3 boxes of honors first off the line, and 1 box of Donruss. We got the Ravens at 175, the Broncos 135. Lions are 100, Dolphins 85, Saints 115, Eagles 90, Chargers 130, Seahawks 65, Rams 100, Redskins 60, Falcons 90, Panthers 85, Bears are 100, Packers 120, Jaguars are 40, Giants 275. Raiders are 65 and the Titans are 70. So when you have your hook 'em horns license plate holder, do people throw rocks at your car out there? Is that a serious offense? Not allowed to cross state lines in some places with the enemy school on your person or property. So last call. Does anybody have anything for me? I don't know. Rodney, do you know what my response would be to him? Bid 3,200. That's what my response would be to him. I would very politely, because most people don't do that when you're talking on eBay. I would very politely tell him to bid 3,200. That is how an auction works. And sometimes at auction, you get things for less than you would expect. Other times, somebody is willing to pay much more than you. And that is how an auction works. And when there's only 5 of a certain card, and we know at least one of them has already been sold, that doesn't leave very many left, does it? I think it's silliness. I really do. Yeah, no, I'm expecting it to be in that 3,500 to 4,000 range. And I think he does too. So he figures if he can pick it up for 3,200, he can probably flip it real fast for a few extra $100. Which that's fine if that's what you're looking to do. I mean, honestly, that's how I sell things. I don't want the hassle. I don't want to do, I have enough work to do breaking. So when it comes to singles, somebody sees it pulled, uh, offer a price. I offer a fair price. It's going to depend on the player. If I think that they're undervalued, then I'm going to ask for X. If I think that I don't really have the ability to sell them when I go to White Plains, if I go to Philly, um, and I probably won't have a buyer for it, then it'll go for Y. And if you try to put one over me, I'll tell you, Z you later. Yeah, I think that's what it sold for. I'm pretty sure. So it could go for four and change. If it went for 4,500, it wouldn't surprise me because it's the one of five. But usually when you're that low, I think it's less of an impact on the one. You know, you hit one out of 499 instead of $10, you might get 20. You hit one out of five, I don't think you get twice as much. But I could see it going for, again, if it goes for 4,500, it wouldn't shock me either. And with this being draft weekend, it's the perfect time to have it at auction because the draft gets people excited about football again. And they probably won't be for the next 3 months. So move them, move them. So what do we got here? Anybody else looking for anything tonight? Whatever it is. I'm hoping with tomorrow being Friday, we can get a little action on the honors football break here. Yeah, a lot of those buy it now prices though are like super inflated because, I always say this, auction isn't really the most accurate way to figure out a comp because you've taken a card that potentially many people could be interested in. There's a lot of people who have had enough of eBay and don't want anything to do with it. And you have a lot of people who just don't see the card. Really, to me, eBay prices are the wholesale price. It's your flea market price. All right. Especially with like memorabilia. I mean, forget about it. You have a jersey that you could move at a show for 175, $200. You sometimes be getting like 60 to 100 online. And then maybe 2 days later it'll go for 112. And then maybe a month later it'll go for 35. There's no consistency there. Memorabilia, unless you're like hard up for cash or just you're so infuriated with that player that you just got to get rid of it right away and you don't want to actually burn it, then you put it on eBay. Cards is a little different because cards, you got a lot of buyers there. Personal collection buyers scour eBay. So if you have something really low serial number, then you're going to have a chance of getting a good offer on it. That's why they put $4,000 or buy it now. They're probably willing to take 1,000, 1,200, but they're going to put it up that high to see how you know what what they can get for it. What do I think it would go for? It's tough with no comps. There's only one like it, and it's clearly above market value. True RPAs hold the best value. Just does for National Treasures. It's the most sought after card, period. So it ain't gonna be close to that. Maybe somebody will buy it for 1,000. Maybe somebody will buy it for 2,000. It could be anywhere in there. I don't think somebody will go over $2,000 for it. I think 1,800 would be the highest you might see that go for. Then again, the first one that gets sold, nobody gives a good offer. He puts it up at auction, only goes for like $800. That's what everyone's going to say the value is. $4,250 would be a great price on that if you can get it. It might not go that high, but if you can get it, that'd be good. So I don't think anyone else is going to be biting on these boxes tonight. But fortunately, Friday, it's a busy day. So maybe we'll come on as early as possible. Hopefully we'll have the announcement on the boxes for the big baseball break, the other 3 things that we're going to do. And then maybe we'll move some more personals. And we'll talk about that. Trade intrigues me. You got the guy who's the #1 overall wide receiver. I don't think necessarily, though, the #1 dollar value getter. Drafted by the Ravens, which at first glance is kind of a turd, but at second glance gives Lamar Jackson somebody exciting to throw to. So I don't know where that one's going to end up. So maybe when we open that case tomorrow, I can rethink that. But I'm getting sleepy. So continuing to answer questions. If anybody's got anything for me, I got a little more juice in the tank, but I'm thinking I'm starting to hit that crash point 3.0. So last call for anything. Any questions, comments, concerns, requests? And then I think we'll do a full Marc-Down breakdown tomorrow on honors. You got it. So tomorrow we'll do a full Marc-Down breakdown on honors and tell you who all the hitters are and all the possibilities are. That way we get that pushed through as soon as possible. All right. Have a good night. See you later.